What's going on, guys? It's Jeff for Mad Hatter's Reef, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 1-year anniversary on my reef tank. Alright guys, so today I was actually putting together a completely different video, and I was looking at some of the clips on my computer and realized that this is actually the 1-year anniversary of my reef tank. So I kind of dropped that video and decided to put this one together and kind of showcase what I've put together over the last year. So those of you that are here for the contest for the automatic water changer, there is at some point going to be the announcement in this video, so make sure you watch the entire thing to find out who won. And then for those of you that are wondering what we're giving away this week, we are giving away the Aqua FX 4-stage RODI unit. So if you want to win the Aqua FX 4-stage RODI system, there is a link down in the description below that will bring you to Premium Aquatic's channel. All you have to do is watch that video, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on that video, and you'll be entered in to win, and we will do the drawing for the winner right here next week. I want to take a second to thank the Patreon supporter of the week, and that's going to be Mr. Dan. Dan actually was the guy that won October's raffle. Every month we're going to be doing a raffle for our supporters on Patreon, and if you want to throw your name in the hat, there's a link in the description below. It's Patreon. It's going to bring you to my page, and there's a bunch of stuff going on there. It's not just about supporting Mad Hatter's Reef, it's also about giving back to you guys. Something that I've been kind of bogged down with lately, and I don't really know what direction to go in, so I'm going to ask you guys. I'm going to be doing a poll. I'm not sure where it's going to pop up, but it's going to be in one of these corners. Click on that and submit your choice as to what you would like to see in a upcoming video here on Mad Hatter's Reef. Some of the topics I'm looking to cover are the top 10 tips for starting a reef tank. Another one would be tuning a protein skimmer. I also need to finally set up the nano reef tank, so if you guys are interested in any of those, cast your vote. And if there's something that I forgot that you would like to see, make sure you leave a comment down below as what you would like to see covered in a upcoming video. And as always, if you're new to Mad Hatter's Reef, this is where I talk about everything reef tank related. So if you love reef tanks like I do, smash that subscribe button.
So when I picked up the tank from the guy that I bought it from, I had to borrow a buddy's truck, and we used about 4 guys, I think, to get the tank from the house into the back of the truck. But when we got to my house, there was only 2 of us. So it was kind of a little painful getting the tank in the house. That's a lot of tank to carry with just 2 guys, but worked out great when we put it into the truck. All we needed was life jackets to keep it from bouncing on the bed, and it stayed right in place. So the next step was to build a stand for the tank, and I have videos for all this stuff, and I'll make sure to put them in the description if you guys want to check them out. This is a do-it-yourself stand that I built for the tank, and it's holding up pretty well. I'm not going to finish it, I don't think anytime soon, but no, the frame is really solid and has held up very well. So once I got the stand completed, it was time to get the tank on the stand, and I ended up going with a custom sump, which I really wish I hadn't because it cost a substantial amount of money. I could have just used a 33 long and pretty much got the same effect, but you live, you learn. So and then it was time to get the rock and water in the tank, and this whole process really took probably about almost a year from the time that I bought the tank, got it to the house, built the stand, got the rock, and filled the tank up. It was almost a year all on its own. But I'm really calling the day that I started putting water in the tank the first day of the reef tank. And here's a shot of the tank as it is today. Let's take a look at what we have in the tank as well as how we got there. So these trachees are my most favorite new additions to the Reef Tank, and I'm actually very lucky to have them because they got lost via FedEx, and were, from the time that it left the vendor to the time that it got to me, it was probably a total of 5 days, and the water was ice cold when I got them. Unfortunately, there were some losses in that container. I did lose a couple of frags and a fish, but these guys were the big purchase on that order, and they really are unique in their own right. So I was very happy that they were able to pull through and make it. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the equipment and how it's kind of evolved over the year. I'm still using the Vectra M1, and I could use the Vectra S1, but I'm going to stay with the M1 for now. It's doing a great job, as well as the Tunzi osmolator has ran flawlessly over the last year, and I'm very happy with it. I'm still running the Aquamax Cone S Q3 protein skimmer. This thing is an absolute beast, and I definitely recommend it to anybody that's looking for a protein skimmer. I'm still using the Marine Biosystems F5 Max, but I'm not using it as a biopellet reactor anymore. I'm just using it to hold ChemiPure Blue at the moment, which the ChemiPure Blue has been working really well for me. My water is a lot clearer than it used to be, and I'm seeing less algae growing on the glass, so it's working pretty well. I do think I need to change it at this point just because of I'm starting to notice a little bit creeping back in there, growing on the glass, but it's so far it's been working really well for me and doing well in the Marine Biosystems F5 Max. I'm also still using the Brightwell bricks. I think they work really well, and as of what I can see right now, they are having a result on my NO3 in my tank. It has helped reduce it over time, but I think that's also a combination of the ChemiPure as well as frequent water changes and the protein skimming. So I think it plays a part in reducing nitrates overall in your aquarium. As you can see that my sponges also died. That's a result of the ChemiPure being in the tank. And what the ChemiPure does is it helps remove silicates from your water. So that's why the sponge eventually perished. It wasn't having the food source that it needed to survive. Also, this section of the sump is kind of depressing. As you can see, the filter socks are in a dire need of being changed. And that is something that I'm going to be featuring on a upcoming video, as well as the dose. The dose has stopped working for me, and I didn't really get that much use out of it. I'm not exactly sure what had happened, but both pumps stopped working. It's still plugged in, and I try to hit the feed button, and it's not dosing for me anymore. So I just been relying on good old-fashioned water changes to keep my parameters where I need them as far as my calcium and alkalinity goes. And you can see in the DDR that one pump actually expired before the other one did, which overall I'm pretty unsatisfied with the results of the dose. I think that, I didn't even have it on the tank less than 6 months, and both pumps need to be replaced. So it's a little frustrating, but hopefully people have better results than I did with it. That being said, I'm still very happy with the Apex. I think the Apex is absolutely amazing and really is a must for most reef keepers. One thing that I have been really fortunate to try out is the Aquatic Life T5 hybrid LED system, and I've been running it with the Kessel 360s, and overall my corals have absolutely loved it, and they have gotten a lot thicker, especially with that T5 lighting. Great light, and I'll be doing a full review on this in an upcoming video. Alright guys, so now is the time that we are going to announce the winner of the Auto Aqua automatic water changer. Hit that random button, and Hob 426, you have won yourself a automatic water changer. Congratulations.
So I want to close out today's video with kind of setting a goal for myself for next year's video. And really what I'd like to do in the coming year is really dial in on coral growth and coloration. I kind of have the tank as to where I want it so far, but there are some definite things that I'd like to change a little bit with what I have for livestock in the tank. But really in the coming year, I just really want to dial in, figure out what it takes to get these corals to grow very well and color up. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you're new to Mad Hatter's Reef, hit the subscribe button, and if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time right here with a brand new video.